With 15% of adults unbanked and 40% underbanked, Malaysia's digital banks face pressure to grow while meeting strict regulatory and inclusion goals. Joining us to unpack this is Fozia Amanullah from Boost Bank. So Fozia, how can Malaysia's digital banks achieve profitability with strict regulations?
Now, you see, at Boost Banks, we see regulations as guardrails for sustainable growth, not really constraints. Now, our advantage, we're built within the Boost Bank ecosystem and with deep roots in serving Malaysia's underserved community, especially the micro SMEs. Now, over the years, we've learned their pain points, their access to credit, cash flow gaps, and the need for frictionless banking. We are continuously coming up and designing our products in response to these challenges. Now, what we want is to empower them with tailored financing solutions and free them up so they can focus to grow their business. Now, profitability, you asked on profitability. Sure, it will take a little bit of time, but it comes from scaling, and this is what we already do best, combining embedded finance with real-world usage within the regulatory frameworks that protects customers and ensures stability.
But we also have a lot of established banks and fintech in Malaysia. How can digital banks compete with them?
Yeah, so that's the thing, right? We don't compete head on. We focus on the segment that we know best, which really is the underserved community. The traditional banks have a legacy system, while fintechs, on the other hand, lack the capability of a full banking license. Now, Boost Bank, we're actually at the intersection. We have a full banking license, we have regulatory muscle of a bank, and the agility of a fintech. And also, we have got an ecosystem that's already serving millions. So take micro SMEs, for an example. Most banks see them as high risk. But the Boost ecosystem, we have been serving small businesses for years. We understand how to alternate score them. We know the challenges that they face. We understand their cash life cycle and their digital behaviors. Now, this allows us to adapt what they need with the offerings that we have to offer them. Now, for consumers, on the other hand, we embed our banking offers into their platforms that they are already comfortable with. Now, this creates a seamless, accessible digital banking journey. Now, we're a pioneer in embedded banking. We have layered savings, payments, cards, and lending into one platform. And in this case, it was Boost e-wallet. And this effectively meets the customers where they are. So that's how we win, by seamlessly integrating our offerings into a customer's daily lives.
So would you say that digital banks can drive industry disruption, or will it remain niche players?
So I can't speak on behalf of the other digital banks, right? But personally, I believe disruption is inevitable. Now, Malaysia's digital economy is growing really fast, but there is still a large segment of unbanked and underbanked communities yet to be reached. For example, today, 90% of micro SMEs are still facing financing difficulties with traditional banks. Now, Boost Bank has been in the market for 9 months today, and we are continuously building ourselves to fill this gap at scale. Now, with our fintech DNA, pioneering embedded banking feature, and the reach of our ecosystem, we are here to serve the underserved and integrate daily into their lives. Now, I believe this effort aligns with Malaysia's broader digital transformation goals to make banking services more accessible to those who have historically been excluded from the traditional financial system.
Thank you so much for joining us today, Fozia.
Thank you, Sas.
Once again, that was Fozia Amanullah, Chief Executive Officer at Boost Bank. For more news, visit asianbankingandfinance.net.